Scott, Europe is now behind us, sadly, for another season, but the domestic campaign begins on Sunday at home to Caernarfon Town.
Yeah, very much looking forward to it. Excellent European campaign, 6 very tough games, and a very, very good pre-season. If you look at when we've come in June the 3rd, it's a distant memory now, and we've worked very, very hard, and players and staff and everyone that's associated with the club. It's been an excellent pre-season, and now it's the it's the business sort of end and get that first win. Spoke to the players about their targets, yesterday, individual and team targets, and we always do that at the start of the season, and obviously want to start with 3 points and a good performance.
This is your 3rd season now as the New Saints manager. First season you inherited a successful squad. Second time round, lots of changes. This time though, not much movement. Are you beginning to feel that you've got the squad that you want personally to move forward?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're getting your own stamp on it. You've certainly got some players that have been even in the dressing room when I was a player, and you've got some that have come obviously when I was assistant with Craig, and now we've got signings that I've made in the last year or so, and I think they're starting to really gel, and we've got a really competitive squad as well. So things are looking good, as well as you can. There's no there's no guarantees we win in the league, but obviously with the squad we've got, it's highly competitive, and everyone wants a starting place for the Caernarfon game, and why not? Finished the season very, very well after Christmas. Had an excellent run of form. Only drawing a couple of games and winning the rest. Obviously finishing off with the Welsh Cup win as well. So everyone will want to be in that starting lineup in the coming weeks.
And as we look back to last season, 99 goals scored, just 16 conceded, a tremendous statistic there for the side. Looking into 2019-2020, are you still setting targets to improve on those figures? Yeah,
when you get to 99 goals, you want 100. Obviously, we're not going to say, "Oh, this season let's get 80 goals." We want to hit that 100 barrier. Likewise with clean sheets, excellent last year, and let's beat that 16, conceding 16. Why not? Why can't it be done? There's certain games where I can look back at and think, well, we shouldn't have conceded there. We conceded a quarter against Cardiff Met. That's the way you look at it. Quarter of your goals in a whole season in one game. We all have off days, but we'll be setting realistic targets, not targets that they can't obtain.
Caernarfon Town, our opponents on Sunday, they had a great first season back, finished in 4th place. Often we refer to second season syndrome, so they'll be trying their hardest not to go down that road. How difficult will this be as an opening game?
Yeah, well, it seems they come to our place with no fear, as if they wouldn't say they expect to have a tough game or get beaten, but they come with a mentality of really getting at us and attacking us, and it seems like what will be for them. Set up very well, always play on the counter attack against us and cause us a lot of trouble. Likewise they do at home as well. We won 3-0 there, and in our first game, and it could have easily been 3-3. That's how the score went. But yeah, they've got some very young, talented players with lots of energy in the team, and it's going to be a tough test.
And however we want to look at it, the New Saints is the strong bookies' favourites to make it 9 on the bounce. Who would you see as the main opponents for the New Saints in the campaign ahead?
If you just look at where they finished last season, Connors Quay, Barry Town, I think Cardiff Met will be stronger this time with a good pre-season behind them. But I've also said that the league is stronger because of Airbus and Pennybont coming up. Those two teams are better than the two teams that left us last season. That'll make for more difficult games for everybody else in the league. So I think with saying that and having a stronger 12 in the league, it's going to bode well, not just for us hopefully picking points up, but those teams taking points off our rivals.
And as we come through Europe with a certain approach to games, are we likely to see fresh faces in the starting lineup, for example, against Caernarfon?
Yes, certainly. I think the lesson learned from last year was, I think we kept the side that played in the Michelin game and went into the Collins Quay game. I think learned from that we can't do that again, because through travel tiredness, too many games, too much concentration, and we've got a squad of 22 signed on. Let's use them. Let's see if they are capable of stepping into the starting lineup, so to speak, the players that play 28, 30 games a season. Can we get somebody else to go and take their place? Why not? We've got a good squad. We've got players who play 10 to 15 games. Why can't they be the players that get 30 games a season? So there's no point having a decent sized squad if you're not going to use it.
And finally, as we said at the start, Europe is behind us, but we do have 4 campaigns ahead: the League Cup, the Welsh Cup, and of course the Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Challenge Cup. And we found out this week that our opponent will be Stenhousemuir on the road.
Yeah, Stenhousemuir away. So, we're not leaving anything to chance in any of the games: League Cup, Welsh Cup, and certainly the Tunnocks Cup. It's important. I've listed the priorities in order, and it's one where this year we'll be looking to see if we can go one better than we did 2 years in the run, and get to a final, just like Connah's Quay did last season. Did very well. We'll be looking to do as well as we can and progress in that competition. So let's start with the league. We've got a few games coming up. We've already looked at August and September's fixtures, knowing where we're going to be and sort of the training schedule that's needed. So very much looking forward to that domestic campaign now.